What's up, Solutionaries? What's up, y'all? Maj Toure here tonight. It's Thursday, November the 13th. Y'all know the routine. Come in, tap in. Let me know what platform you're watching from. Comment in the comment section. If you're watching on youtube.com/Maj Toure, comment. If you're watching on X, repost. Whatever platform you're watching it on, share the space all over the place. So listen, guys, today's going to be a little bit different. Today, we're going to have a discussion about something that I think we have been avoiding for a very long time. And that is the war on masculinity. That is the argument that you're supposed to tap in and just be a absolute simp. Yo, I saw something today that I thought was the silliest shit. I actually might need it on an email. My ex is doing something really stupid right now. Yo, you need a passcode to go into your messages now on X? Damn, that's crazy. That is actually crazy. I didn't know that. But anyway, let's get to it. I'm going to play a couple of videos for y'all today. All right? And in these videos, let me share them actually. Y'all know the routine. While I'm doing this, what's up, chat? What's up, Quentin? Y'all know the routine. Comment. Let me know where y'all from. Dwayne from Atlanta. Let me know everything, y'all. I want to hear from y'all. I want to chop it up. I want to find this video for y'all real quick because it's something that I think is very important in relation to tonight's topic. And you got to have the right context. When you're talking about something, you got to have the right context. Let me pull it up. Brooklyn. I see Press Rev from Brooklyn. Open up another joint real quick. I should have did all of this earlier. Anyway, guys, before I'm trying to figure all this shit out, how y'all doing? Thursday, let's chop it up. Let's talk. They got security codes, all types of shit. I ain't into that. Guys, welcome to the show. Who we got? D-Simp in there. What's up, D-Simp? What's up, Quentin? What's up, Prest from Brooklyn? Dwayne from Atlanta. Big Rob. Alphabet says he's first. Legit Angel 101 down from Birmingham, Alabama. Roll Tide. Appreciate you guys. Support the work. Support everything that we do. Support the support of women. Since we're talking about this conversation tonight, I want to lead in with that too. I want everybody to understand that this conversation tonight has nothing to do with the attack. I don't want anybody to feel like it's an attack, but I do want everybody to understand what the attack actually is. Klay Thompson is the latest casualty in the war on masculinity. That's what he is. Proving how fragile men have become, ignoring context and getting triggered over harmless barbershop talk instead of focusing on their game. If you guys aren't aware, Klay Thompson is a NBA basketball player. And I'm going to try to find the actual, let me find this link. I'm going to try to find somebody, I need a link to this actual thing. Anyway, Klay Thompson, basically, there's a player in the NBA, or he used to be in the NBA. His name is Jason Williams, and that's him right there on this. Well, y'all can't see him on the screen. Let me share this tab real quick. This is him on the screen right here. This dude right here. That's Jason Williams, and he did a show. And in the show, between him with Pat Bev on there, it's a podcast, and they talking about Klay's game and this, that, and the third. I wish I had the actual. I didn't know that Instagram does this. I mean, X is doing this stupid shit now. Now I can't just watch it, which I think is super stupid. I can't just watch something on X now from whatever, because now you got to add all of this other stuff. But anyway, he says to him, they're having a discussion about Klay Thompson's game. And I want to play it for y'all. I really want to play it for y'all instead of me just telling y'all, because I want y'all to get the actual context of what happened here. And that's what I'm going to do. I want y'all to actually watch what Jason Williams says about Klay Thompson and all that other shit. Let me play it. All right, here we go, y'all.
Said that? I mean, it's gonna be full. So, I'm from West Virginia. I've been taught a lot by some old folks, old white. It only takes one pussy to drag a battleship across the desert. That's how powerful it is. So, you got something, you know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson, I ain't saying that's what it is, but that might be what it is. When you talking about Klay Thompson, y'all said they trying to get him a pass. I ain't never seen Klay not shoot like that. And for him to say I'm out of my prime, like, come on, Klay, like, he said that? How many things gonna be full? So, I'm from West Virginia. I've been taught a lot by some old folks, old white. It only takes one pussy to drag a battleship across the desert.
It only takes one pussy to drag a battleship across the desert. All right, I don't know what the fuck is going on, y'all. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Everybody, y'all gotta wait. Wait till I fucking let me switch it, because I don't know what the fuck is going on. Let's blame. I'm blaming Elon on this one. I'm blaming Elon. Let me get this shit out of here again. Let me get this shit out of here. Anyway, let me just say it. The video y'all just saw, you got Jason Williams. Pat Bev has a conversation about, yo, what's up with Klay Thompson? If you guys don't know, Klay Thompson was down with the Splash Brothers. Splash Brothers down in Oakland. They had a dynasty over that joint. They had a dynasty, and Klay Thompson was traded. Steph's still doing his thing. Boom. He's traded to whatever team. Now, the conversation is, yo, what's going on with his game? Pat Bev, who's messy, right? That's what he do. That's how his game was. His game was designed to get under motherfucking skin. Pat Bev says, yo, we're not talking about Klay Thompson. He ain't playing nowhere near like what he's supposed to play. What's up with Klay? That's the conversation. So Jason Williams then says, you know, I've been around a whole lot of old white folks. I'm from West Virginia, and they got certain things to say. It only takes one pussy to drag a battleship across the ocean. What he's saying is, sex is powerful. Sex can make, and I used to have a line where I used to say, women start wars. Women start wars. And it's true. Y'all seen Troy with Brad Pitt? Legendary movie, by the way. Sidebar, I think I'm going to start doing the movies with Maj, because I am a movie buff. Troy is one of the greatest pieces of American cinema I've seen in a very long time. If you guys haven't seen it, Orlando Bloom's in it. Eric Bana is in it. Brad Pitt. Very good movie. And Helena Troy and that whole story, all based on a woman. And so that's what actually Jason Williams was saying. For those of you that are not aware, you young whippersnappers. See, again, I'm 79 years old. Okay? I'm just in the Solutionary 9. I eat my fruits, my vegetables. I count my macros. I got a team of people in the community that package something. We put that together. So I'm 79 years old and I look this age. All right? Now, y'all don't know that Jason Williams was a white chocolate in the NBA. Was Pistol Pete marriage, bitch, for the hood. Played ball, was AI before AI. Okay? So he says this in relation to the barbershop talk. It's a barbershop talk conversation. That's what it is. And again, Klay Thompson gets in his feelings, and what does he say? Referring to, this is Klay Thompson's post in response on that actual video where this is put. Referring to my girlfriend as a pussy is so disgusting and disturbing, especially from someone who played in the NBA. How would y'all feel if I referred to your wives in such a way? Pat Bev, do better, fellas. Very disappointing. That is the most bitch shit in the world. And that's what tonight's conversation is about. Y'all know when you tap into the show, we have a discussion about pop culture, politics, anything, but we're going to tie it into solutions for you. Okay? Klay Thompson is 1,000% the latest casualty in the war against masculinity. 1,000%. I think he was soft for a very long time. I thought he was gay. I think that his relationship, because they're talking about his relationship with Meg Thee Stallion. All right? I want to be very, very clear with you. I think, no, Legit Angel, I don't know what you're talking about. Legit Angel said, all right, Maj, remember a while ago we were talking about Klay and us to chat, and myself said Klay was simped out and you were defending, bro. I don't know. You got to remind me on that. Because I take I'm not a collectivist. I go moment to moment, situation to situation. So they say this about Meg Thee Stallion because Klay ain't playing like he used to play. And if you follow sports in any way, and if you follow certain players, especially high-level players, when you follow that, you can see the difference in the game. You can. The game may change and they still may be as dominant, but you can see a difference. And it ain't about Klay's game changing. Klay ain't shooting. So he jumps on there and says, referring to my girlfriend as a pussy. Now let's go back. Y'all didn't hear all of the video. But what Jason Williams said, the elders had a saying, all it takes is one pussy to drag a battleship across the ocean to a war. Okay? And that's true. He jumps out here and goes, you're referring to my girlfriend as a pussy is so disgusting and disturbing, especially from someone who played in the NBA. How would y'all feel if I referred to your wives in such a way? Well, is your game trash? If your game is trash, if my game is trash and I'm in the league and I'm playing horribly, and you say maybe his girl giving him too much pussy, then I will go, damn, they telling me the truth. And if they telling me the truth, it is what it is. All right, I got the email. If they telling me the truth, it is what it is. If my girl got me into a space where I'm out this joint looking like, damn, my game, the thing that I get paid millions upon millions of dollars to do, okay? The thing that I get paid millions upon millions of dollars to do. If it ain't looking right, this ain't just about the NBA per se. This ain't about your relationship. Your girl can't fucking dunk. If my girl can't dunk and people are paying good money to watch me, and if they critique me and say, damn, maybe you're getting too much sex. If that's the case, then that's the case. I found a video. All right, I got that email. Let's watch the video again so y'all can understand what he actually said. And let's get the likes up too, y'all. That's 1,000% what it is. That's one thing. All right, somebody just said my sound is screwed. I don't listen. Fuck it, y'all. Fuck it. Sounds bad. All right, cool. Fuck it. We ain't playing. I tried. At this point, fuck it. Okay. We're going back to we're gonna do it this way. I don't know what the fuck is up. Okay, we're gonna do it this way. I want to talk about this shit anyway. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the absolute point. He's jumping out there to make himself. He getting rounds. He walking right into the line of fire, all to be a casualty in the name of my woman. Now, here's my theory about this. I want to be very clear. First, for those of y'all that's just tapping in, I'm Maj 2A, the founder of Solutionary University. We've trained thousands of people to be mentally sharp, physically ready, and strategically aware. Now you can join our private community and strengthen the Solutionary 9 to train your mind, strengthen your body, and defend your life. That's what all of these conversations that we talk about with politics, pop culture, and all of that should always, you guys should leave here with some value, and we want you all to be in a community that is strengthening each other. So again, solutionaryuniversity.org. Now, Jason Williams making this comment on Hoopin' and Hollering podcast about Klay Thompson's performance possibly being affected by his relationship with Meg Thee Stallion. First and foremost, nobody should date Meg Thee Stallion. I want to be very clear about that. No fucking body should be dating Meg Thee Stallion. That's it. I don't care if y'all get upset with me. I don't value women that are ran through and slam dunked. I don't. Okay, so let's start there. Big Rob says using an analogy doesn't mean calling her specifically a pussy. Sidebar real quick. Pussy does not mean a woman's, the origin of the word pussy does not mean, it didn't come from the actual vagina. That word is called vagina. Okay? Pussy comes from pusillanimous or something like that. Okay? It's like P-U-S-L-I-N-A-M-U-S. Somebody look it up. Pussy is a shortened version of that. That word means to be cowardly. That's what the word actually means. That's where we start getting into etymology, and most people don't have an etymological dictionary. Most people don't fucking understand, don't even know what a thesaurus looks like. So I wanted to throw that in there, a little brief thing for y'all. Somebody find the word of it. Pusillanimous or something like that. Pusillimanus. I might be butchering the spelling in a pronunciation, but that's where pussy actually comes from. So it's not like to be demeaning towards women. That's the first thing. But going back a bit, nobody should be dating fucking Meg Thee Stallion. Meg's a whore. Meg's a whore. Okay? I am of the belief that this is a 1,000% manufactured, put together fucking relationship. It's my view. It's my opinion. I think it looks good. Pusillanimous. That's the word. That's the word. Wild Selt put it on there. Wild Selt representing for South Carolina. I think that Klay Thompson is gay. I've said this for some time now. And if he gay, he gay. But I don't have respect for people. If you gay, just be gay or be quiet or stop acting like you're not gay. That's me. That's my take on it. If you're gay, just be gay. I think Klay Thompson is gay. I think Meg Thee Stallion is about to do a rebrand. These women are getting smart in the hip hop industry, especially when somebody ain't actually fucking popping like that. If you ain't popping like that, or your music ain't known, she had another album just drop or a single drop, and yet again she got her ass on the screen twerking. Oh, savage. But you've been doing the same thing to twerk shit. We over that shit. Okay? I don't think she's physically attractive. I think she kind of looks like a fucking horse. From a PR standpoint, if you're not making it in rap and hip hop, and he's on the down end of his career, but he got plenty cake, this makes sense. I think they just got a house together. This is a great PR move on certain levels. Now, Bookworm, opposites attract. They may be the Doug and Jackie Christie of the new generation. Except they not. And maybe. There's a possibility that they have the opposites attract thing. And the opposite that I think it is gay and straight. That's what I think. I think he's gay. I think she's straight. Okay? But outside of my just fucking conspiracy theories, outside of my shit, right? I think this is a PR put together thing, and maybe they are in love. However, when you have Jason Williams saying, yeah, man, this guy is playing horribly, and it's because he's in a comfortable relationship. I know from personal experience. I bought a $6,000 couch when I was in the happiest relationship of my life. It made me soft. Pause. Okay? Having somebody that takes care of you, that like works on you, if you're not careful, you could get soft. When I met and dated, the happiest relationship that I was ever in, when we first started seeing each other, I was in a luxury place with an air mattress. I bullshit you not. Not because I couldn't afford one. I just didn't see the point. So you get more comfortable, and that helps men grow on a certain level. But when other men are critiquing your performance and they go, the biggest thing that we seeing is you is with this chick and it's looking like the sex got you a little softer, and that's why the game that you play millions of dollars on, okay? The game that you play get paid millions of dollars for, we critiquing that. And the only thing it could be that you transferred from Golden State to Dallas, maybe. But that was how long ago? That was how fucking long ago. So when guys are having barbershop talk on these podcasts and they chopping it up and you jump out there and go, the comment is disgusting and disturbing. accusing Jason Williams of being disrespectful, we start to go, come on, bro. Come on. This comment is standard barbershop talk. It's not malicious. It's just a real conversation. And they was like, I'm not saying that's what it is, but it could be that. This is why I think it goes into a fake relationship. This is why we as men have to be more fucking vigilant on our war against the attack on masculinity. Let's be very clear. There is a war on masculinity. It is. And I'm not talking that fake ass red pill bullshit. And I'm not one of the motherfuckers that hates women. So let's be very clear. When you tap into the Maj 2 ratio, we having conversations about nuance. We're having conversations about a nuanced way. I think there is an attack on masculinity. I also think that another part of the attack on masculinity is the inability to recognize that everything ain't a fight. Some attacks are attacks, some ain't. And Klay Thompson jumping out here like, you were calling my girlfriend a pussy. When that's not the context. That's not what happened. You're in the public light. You're in a public relationship. Maybe you so defensive because you scared somebody gonna pull at your beard. Somebody gonna pull at your facade. You ain't beating the with this type of fake ass girl, teenage girl energy. Maybe that's why. Because there's nobody that heard what was the video that was actually said, and they was like, I've said harder shit. I called this girl a whore like 5 minutes ago. I think that's actually disrespectful. And I think she's a whore. I don't respect whores. I don't. Okay? I respect everybody's personal choice. I don't like the fucking game. And I think that, and I might be a little salty because I think she lied on Tory, was fucking these other people. Remember, didn't she just get rid of a boyfriend, Partisan or something like that? So Klay calls it disgusting and disturbing when it wasn't. And all of this other shit because you jumping out there. And this is the real point of the conversation tonight. We are facing a war on masculinity. This oversensitive bullshit is being normalized. Stop. It's just weak. And I've watched people on the right and the left make this mistake. This massive overcorrection that doesn't fucking correct anything. Masculinity is firm, but also flexible. Masculinity is nuanced, principled, but contextual. Oversensitivity is none of that shit. It's a difference between defending your girlfriend from legitimate attacks and being triggered by words. And I'm telling y'all, the only reason why I would say somebody will be that fucking triggered that fast it's because it's triggering you that it might pull back some stuff. You know how many times I get called shit on the internet? It never happens in real life, right? I remember the last time and I'm saying this out of respect, not something to emulate. I remember the last time I had to check a motherfucker that said something about me on the internet, and then we was in the same space, and I made him walk the fuck away. That's just how I am, and I'm working on it. Okay? But if you're not willing to check somebody for real disrespect, not overblown disrespect, if you looking for things that you triggered by, I know where this shit could go. So if it ain't that deep, we're not doing that. Men are looking for nuance. There are times where you might need to smack somebody in the fucking mouth. That may exist. And I'm not one of these people. I want to go on this little bit of a tangent for a minute. Right? I'm not one of these people that they trying to convince you men to be. And I see it a lot. The racist whites do this on X a lot. They'll say this shit like, oh, look, he's chimping out. He's being violent. Right? And some things in manhood you are supposed to be fucking violent for. I posted a video yesterday where on Instagram, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me there, Big Daddy 2Ray. All right? At Big Daddy 2Ray. Right? This guy, this random, and this was obviously in another country. This dude walked up. There was an argument between a man, an older gentleman, and a lady, and they had a baby. And the other guy was arguing, and he smacked the baby. Like the baby couldn't have been 3 years old. That's 1,000% the time to fucking hurt somebody. But what some of these people will do is they'll act like the masculine essence of the potential for violence which is synonymous with capability that goes along with masculine energy. They trying to trick some of y'all to act like that. There's never, look, they're chimping out. Yeah, if you do disrespectful shit to men, we're supposed to violently beat you. These are the same people that say, our grandfathers fought in wars to defend our nation. They pick and choosing. So each group of people has a like little cherry pick, John, to try to make you act like certain aspects of masculinity ain't supposed to be it. I reserve the right to fuck you up. What, you think I'm in the gym and fighting and shoot and train for like, when it's time for it, I'm gonna absolutely fuck you up. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna compete. My blood is gonna rise, and I'm gonna find my beautiful woman, and I'm gonna fuck something after I win. That's what's gonna happen. That's who I am. That's what most men actually are supposed to be. But when you're being told that masculinity doesn't include that, or you're being told on the opposite end, masculinity means you rush right to that. Nah, you don't rush right to that. You got to earn that ass whipping from me. You bought it. I gave you the receipt because you paid. You bought that. Here go your receipt. Here go that ass whip, man. You was writing that check. That nuance, that contextual understanding and evaluating what my approach should be, that level of patience and pause, that's masculine. Most shit, I'll be like, I'm not engaging that. I'm not entertaining that. I'm not even talking to them. But if it gets too wild, and I run into you in real life, I'm going to ask you about that. I'm actually probably baiting you at that point. Okay? The last person that I had, well, maybe not the last person, but some of y'all may have heard this story. The old chair of the Libertarian Party, when I was running for office, in local office, they worked with the Philadelphia News, Daily News, to write like a hit piece on me about how I'm out of control and this, that, and the third. And I was like, all right, cool. So they like impacted my campaign. He wanted, and then when I ran into him in Orlando, I think it was, some part of Florida, it was at an event. And he wanted to walk up to, he had the mask on. He wanted to walk up to me like we was cool. I was like, yo, bro, I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. So you should walk the fuck away from me. And there was some other things that were said, but he walked the fuck away from me. I'll hit you. Like, some people hide behind a non-aggression principle. They like to call certain things aggression and act like others is this. And then they'll go, well, it's just words. These are the same people that'll be like, you can't burn the American flag. I could say it's just a piece of cloth. You want to attack him for that? Well, that means something to me. And it means something to my vet. It's the same thing. Okay? How about you just don't be disrespectful to people? But we're not going out of our way to provoke shit or be overly stimulated. That's the new word. All the bitches need, I'm overstimulated. If your girl is overstimulated, send her my way. Okay? If your girl is overstimulated, I'm going to take her to a nice little brunch, little bottomless mimosa. You know what I mean? If your girl is overstimulated, you're doing something wrong. You are like, if you send your girl to a trainer, if your girl is attractive and you send her to the gym with a personal trainer and he in shape, hey, bruh, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But anyway, everybody overstimulated. If you overstimulated as a man, you're not balanced and you're not nuanced. And you're already succumbing to the victim mentality and or the war on masculinity. But it's hope for you. It's hope. And Klay Thompson is not exhibiting hope. Now, here's the beautiful part, that the little bit of hope that I have for Klay Thompson. And this is where it ties into, I want y'all to understand that some of this shit is all cap. Again, we are experiencing and having discussions about the potential for different things, right? So, if the relationship is real, is one universe, I am of the belief that we're in a universe that this relationship is 1,000% made up. It's a PR branding concoction, okay? But if it's not, and if this was his response, he's all the way out of line. He's too soft. And that's why he's coming off the fucking bench. It's not enough testosterone. Michael Jordan, Kobe, you know what I mean? It's an overall fucking lack of testosterone, lack of strength. So, if it's a fake joint, though, this is great branding. If this is a fake relationship, this is great branding. Do you know why? Because that chick is trying to rebrand. What's her name? Meg Thee Stallion. Nobody fucks with her music. Real quick. Nobody use your phone. Name 2 Meg Thee Stallion songs. Name one that was whatever her major hit was, and name one from this new album. Did you even know she had an album out? Probably not. So now she has to transition. The rebrand has to happen. We've seen this before. Candace Owens rebranded into a fire brand after she kept getting out of under the thumb of certain things. Candace Owens came up like a lot of black conservatives try to do, so-called conservatives. If you be disrespectful to black people, you'll get a nice follower, right? And again, this isn't a diss. This is just a trajectory. I've done Candace Owens' show, all right? It's not a diss. It's just a trajectory. You just keep leveling up. It's fucking J-Lo. Came from Jenny from the Block with Diddy to this, to that, to that, to that. Then Ben Affleck. Then when she wanted to be in the Latin space, she had fucking the 2 babies by Mark Anthony, whatever his name is. J-Lo. Boom. It's a strategic move. It's a rebrand. I'm not mad at it. I just understand it. So the rebrand looks like nobody checking for my music, right? Nobody checking for my music. I got to do this now. Now you got to look like, okay, I'm at the end. I'm not going to make as much money. She's not going to be a fucking massive touring artist. She doesn't have an insane catalog like the fucking Jay-Z, Beyonce, Prince. Like, it's not a crazy catalog. So now I got to rebrand. So if I'm rebranding, what better way to rebrand as I'm a single woman? It got to be the opposite of what you just came from. Okay? It's got to be fucking like, it can't be Tory Lanez. So your branding team says it got to be the opposite. So you need, Tory Lanez was a loud motherfucker, obnoxious. He was also short as shit. So I'm going to go, not a rapper. I'm going to go, still got a bunch of money. I'm going to go a more reserved, not in the limelight person. I'm going to go, I can be myself and he accepts me as whatever. It's great fucking marketing for a rebrand. It's not great marketing for masculinity. But it is great marketing if it's Klay Thompson going, you guys were in the NBA. You guys need to do better. It's great for him to take that out of context if Klay Thompson is trying to appeal to the feminine movement. Now, we're going to switch universes in this conversation. That's if it's in the branding conversation. He's at the down end of his career. He got what the fuck else does he have to? I got a dynasty. I got 3 chips. Got 3 rings. Got the money. Maybe he's gay. Doesn't want to come out yet. Right? But let's say he's straight and he just a little soft. Okay, cool. What reason does he have to really, really push himself in the NBA? I got the thing that the NBA says I'm supposed to get. I did that 3 times. So now he has to think about a life after basketball. PR companies put relationships together. Oh, he got a new line of fragrances? I didn't know that. Wild Cell says, is he trying to sell his new line of fragrances? Maybe. I didn't even know. But so what happens is this, like, I got to stay in that good graces as opposed to falling into obscurity. It's like D-Wade transitioning his child. They got to keep some type of attention. So it's a smart move. And who's your target audience? Your target audience is the women that are going to spend. Women push the consumer-based economy. So I get with the strong woman that was just attacked by that leprechaun fucking Tory Lanez. She goes opposite. He looks like the savior, Captain Save-A-Ho. Simp to the rescue. It's simp time. Public figures used to shrug shit like this off. They did. You wouldn't hit you. Beyonce don't even talk. Public figures used to be like, fuck this. Old school dudes, Jordan, Barkley, Rodman, they didn't care about people's opinions. I'm going to show up, I'm going to do the job. There's stories where Dennis Rodman sometimes after games wouldn't even shower. He would just get, I'm out. I'm going to the club. Give a fuck. I got all the money. I'm here to do a fucking job. So when you get critiqued by people like Jason Williams, who played in the league during that time, when you get critiqued by motherfuckers going like, bro, what? If you solid as a masculine dude, you don't get trapped by that. You don't get trapped by that. But if it's a brand, I'm appealing to this particular market. Megan Thee Stallion built her entire career on sexual lyrics and imagery. Let's add that into the mix. The entire thing was sex. All of it. Twerking. I don't even know of a picture or a video of her just standing regular without turning and showing that ass. And I like a nice ass. I'm a guy. But over time, I'm like, damn, you're not finished twerking? So she's packaged herself as sex. Somebody says, in a respectful way, maybe it's the sex that got Klay. He looked like he happy and da-da-da-da. Well, we need you to perform playing basketball. Now, all of a sudden, you got to talk about how dare you treat my woman in a sexual way. Fame and image control, PR, has replaced authenticity in most instances. To the point where 50 years ago, 30 years ago, y'all wouldn't have questioned. Y'all would have been like, Maj, you out your fucking mind. What do you mean it's a fake relationship? What are you talking about? They like each other. They in the same world, da-da-da-da-da. But now, with the advent of technology and PR and everything super fake, fake relationships, fake houses, fake cars, fake food, fake abs. I know y'all seen the motherfucker on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Before and after motherfuckers go to like the Dr. Miami, men is getting ab BBLs on their abs. I just screen grabbed it earlier today. Even that. You don't even want to work hard enough to get the motherfucking abs. You just want, y'all want to try so hard to be a bad bitch. So the fame and the image has already damn near replaced authenticity. That's why when we get somebody that is authentic, we be like, damn, I fuck with that. But you picked a whore. You picked a whore. And now that people are like, maybe it's a possibility that the sex object that you tied in with as a relationship, maybe she's the reason why your game is fucked up. Boxers, before fights, don't have sex with women. They train for months and months, and it ain't no sex. Raise that kundalini. Get your sperm count up. You know what I'm saying? It's been times that I went a long time and not had sex. And then I might have got a slurp and a bounce session in, and I might have glazed and damn near drowned a shorty because it was so much of that built up frustration. But you get stronger from doing it. But you eating food, not being on your diet, boo loving, you get to the point where you like in the middle of the game, like, yo, I already know I got a comfortable situation at home. I already got 3 rings. I think Klay got 3. Right? I already got the max salary. He might retire. You understand? Then when people call it out, you have this curated feminine. I low-key want to believe that it's fake. I hope the brother not this fucking soft. I hope the brother not this real fucking soft. But you picked a whore. If you're not going to be on hoe shit and you outside on your hoe shit together, okay? If you're not on hoe shit with your hoe, know that you picked a hoe and people going to say, hey, how are things with you and your hoe? You waking up late to the job. All right, is everything all right? Did you guys go out drinking? I saw your stories. You guys were out at the strip club. Is everything okay? Your hoe cannot distract from the job. Your boss might say that type of shit to you. Because we pay you to do this. I pray that it's fake more so than real. If he's genuinely this soft, dang, another casualty to the war. Modern men are losing our fucking, I'm not a part of this. I'm not losing my fucking edge. I'm not losing my edge. But modern men are losing their edge. Y'all being trained to be emotional first and rational second. It's like me calling her a whore, right? Based on the definition of the word and based on the transcripts of the fucking what came out at the fucking Tory Lane shit, and she was cheating on him this way, she was cheating on him, she was cheating on Party, all of this stuff, that's what whoremongers do. That's a whore. Don't get mad when the homie, if you listen, if I slam dunked your shorty, ran her through the car wash, you know what I mean? If I did that and you bring her up and I'm like, yo, she gobbled. She gobbled me, she gobbled our friend Steve, she gobbled her. Don't get mad at me because I'm putting you on to, you can still be with the hoe. But just as a friend, I should tell you logically, she got a washing machine mouth. I should tell you that. Because there's women out here that are great washing machine mouths, but they're very reserved and fucking conservative. If you don't want that, you should not pick the slurp and bounce. There's no like, you're supposed to be logical and rational first. Every single thing is 1000% structuring you to be more emotional than logical, man. If y'all ever hear me shooting or smacking somebody, they bought it. Because I thought about it, like the example that I gave. The guy's name was Nick Sarwark, the guy that I checked and made leave out of the room. His name was Nicholas Sarwark. He was the chair of the Libertarian Party. I'm a libertarian, okay? If we get to this point, I'm okay with smacking you in your fucking mouth. Now, I'm still going to try to think logically and provoke you to bump me or some shit. And then when I absolutely fucking trash you, it's 1000% warranted, right? But that's a certain level of logic first. Most times I go, I'm not going over there because it doesn't make sense. Okay? They're trying to make you guys appeal to emotions and fake femininity, like feminazism, not actual feminine values. Feminism is, I want to be respected as a human, and you respect my feminine thing. I'm not letting a woman touch a door around me. I don't let women pay bills. If we go out to eat, whether I slam dunk you or not, if I'm going to slam dunk you or not tonight, I pay for things. I pay for things. That's it. If you got school and you got work and you got this and you got that, my job in courting and dating you is to take some of that stress off your plate. I'm good with that. Okay? But when we start bending a certain way, we start doing things based on what media, most effective devil in America, does to make sure that the balance off. Now we treating women like men. Cool, you don't want me to open your door? Cool. Well, when we out, just humor me because I'm going to open the door. All right? You want to work something out where you open the door for me and we make a joke about it? Cool, whatever that looks like. But my nature is to do that. Protection and provision. And when we start switching and going this way, appeasing to this media bullshit, being soft like Klay is, obviously, that shit was, he 1000% spun that shit out of context. When we start doing that, we get what happened with Joe Budden and the Melissa Ford situation. All of them motherfuckers over there. I came across a video that I made last summer. I'm editing it now. I'm going to put it up. Matter of fact, it should be on the YouTube channel now. Right? But it's up unlisted. I think I unloaded it. I'm going to put it up after tonight's show. It was talking about how they be appealing to like Melissa Ford and shit. And Mark Lamont Hill's a homie of mine, but he's the one over there that really was like, well, you know, Melissa, and they all did a good job to make her feel comfortable. Now Melissa Ford is going out saying on Charlamagne's podcast, knowing that Charlamagne and Joe don't really see eye to eye. Having Charlamagne on her show, on her podcast, saying how the environment was misogynistic. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You got it treated like one of the bros. Here's the irony. Melissa Ford's another one. Your whole early game was coming up because who's the slim waist, fat ass, pretty big tit joint? Who is that? Your whole career was based on being a sex symbol. Now, how many men, this is before social media and, you know what I mean? You might have had a sidekick phone or two-way Nextel, but you wasn't all the way social media out, right? So we don't know exactly who Melissa Ford, got suplexed by. We don't know. We don't know exactly who took her down. We know she dated Flo Rida. She dated, I think Drake might have, a couple of homies might have alley-ooped her. You feel me? And if they alley-ooped her and it's private, cool. We know she dated Flo Rida. We know a few things, right? But your whole life, your 20s and some of your 30s was, I'm a sex symbol. Then men objectified you. Now you mad that men objectified you. Then you come to a space, you on the podcast, now they treat you like one of the bros. We talk shit to the bros. Now we got to keep space for you and you feel like it's a misogynistic space. Shut the fuck up. But that's the Joe Budden podcast. Oh, Johnny Dogworth said the OG smashed her for $700. Cameron said Ice-T. Ice-T the homie. I interviewed him last year at Freedom Fest too. Cameron said Ice-T smashed her for $700. Now that might be true, might be not. I don't know. Ice-T always had a bad bitch. Coco looked great right the fuck now. Coco got some big ass tits, right? My point in saying this is not because that could come off misogynistic. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. We have to make sure that we really, really on point with making sure that we are not kowtowing to the dumb shit. This is also not me saying go red pill. Women ain't shit. Disrespect. Don't pay for nothing for no women. I hear when motherfuckers be like, I'm not dating no chick that has a kid. Okay, but what if the kid's dad died? What if a divorce? Like, we adults. We're not in this game. I'm not in this game where it's like, I'm not fucking Myron. Them pussies. Y'all couldn't get no chicks, no quality chicks in the first place. So, as solutionaries and men, we are super nuanced. We take everything on a case-by-case scenario. But when you're not doing case-by-case and you're trying to appeal to the feminism market, now Melissa Ford's not over there. Also, since Melissa Ford not over there, they got another woman, that Philly energy, shouts to Mona, right? That they could treat like one of the bros and she ain't gonna be tripping about the shit. You bend to that feminist pressure and try to consume you. I communicate well in the solutionaries. We communicate well enough. I'm not bending to the extreme right bullshit. I'm not bending to the extreme left bullshit. We ain't doing none of that shit. What we doing is being firm men, maintaining what our roles is. We communicating our truth, and we're not looking to be overly fucking stimulated or triggered. Okay? Shannon Sharp, same shit happened. We're gonna talk about all of them tonight for the next couple of minutes. Shannon Sharp opened his platform to Amanda Seales. That was one of the great, and I defend Amanda Seales sometimes. Some of the shit her crazy ass say, she right. Sidebar, I came this close to smashing Amanda Seales years ago. We locked eyes at a Dead Prez concert. Dave Chappelle was there and shit backstage. Memphis Bleak was there. It was at B.B. King's in Manhattan, but super long time ago. I was this close to absolutely slam dunking her when she was slimmer and she was a VJ on MTV. But anyway, she crazy as shit now on certain levels. And I say that with respect. I think some of the things are crazy. I'm saying I almost slam dunked her because she was super attractive and she was open and she was existing in her truth. You see what I just did there, guys? I said what happened. I did not be disrespectful to women. I doubled down on the communication so everybody can be understand. If you take that out of fucking context and then try to spin it like Maj Touré says bitches ain't shit since back in the day. If you do that, that's the fuck on you. Okay? But Shannon Sharp opened that interview up to Amanda Seales. She was getting absolutely hammered and bullied by fucking Hollywood. And a lot of times she was getting bullied by the right and the left because sometimes she makes sense on the right and on the left. broke clock right twice a day. That was a huge platform. Then she turns around and goes on the show and says she felt disrespected. Shannon Sharpe was respectful. Shannon Sharpe was firm. And I'm so glad Shannon Sharpe ain't like apologized for that shit. You can't please these fake feminism, and I say fake because it's not real feminism. This third wave feminism, this feminazi shit. You can't appease them because they always need more. They always need new things for you to fucking apologize for them for. They always need new reasons. It's never just like peace and balance. That's why you absolutely, if you find one of them crazy joints like that, men, and if you want to risk it, oh, the slurp and bounce session is amazing, but they crazy. I can see crazy from a mile away now. I get away from it. I had one, man. Anyway, you cannot hold quarter for this dumb shit. But you also cannot listen with an objective mind. Don't not listen. Let me hear what this person's saying. Let me hear where they're coming from. Nah, you want some bullshit. Love you to life, but you want some bullshit there. Melissa Ford did not have a career anymore. She didn't. Melissa Ford didn't have a career. The Joe Budden podcast saved her, and now she got her own show. Okay? I don't even know what network it's on. Melissa Ford was, that was the joint from the whatever video. She was going that way. You made yourself a sex symbol. You get upset that men look at you as a sex symbol. Now you playing this other different victim role because you can't get the same benefits of being a sex symbol because you're 30-something years old and that skin ain't as tight. That ass ain't as big. So now you rebrand in the fake feminist movement. Now the bros that hooked you up, that didn't look at you as a sex symbol, that wasn't trying to fuck you, now they misogynistic. But that's our fault as men. Do not bend to this dumb shit. Do not be another casualty in the war on masculinity. This masculinity ain't about being heartless. It's not about being any of that. It's about being composed, grounded, and solution focused. Case by case. We don't do collectivist over here. We're not collectivists. Anybody that highlights and talks about they like collectivist agendas, absolutely not. If you're one of the podcasters or TV shows that you like, they start talking about, oh, I like Hitler and Stalin. Hitler and Stalin were a fascist and a communist. That is collectivism on a state level. Anybody that says they like that, you should get the fuck away from because they don't understand. They're not in alignment with the American ideals of individualism, rugged individualism, the individual liberty, the smallest republic, the individual. And everybody has that respect, and we get a nice constitutional republic that limits government and property rights, and we love property rights. Bookworm said, Melissa Ford almost 50. I ain't know. I don't know how old she is. She not that interesting to me. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, I would have loved to see her on some BET Uncut back in the day. I don't know if she wanted to keep her thing on the low. I ain't mad at that. But now the rebrand. Now we looking at Megan Thee Stallion. The hoes learn from each other's mistakes. Drea walked and crawled so these bitches could fly. Drea told you, I got my wholeness is deleted. You won't even look at Drea for the hoe that she was in the hip hop space. Drea is what's that? Mint Swim, whatever her clothing line is. So now we see in the Meg Thee Stallion's rebrand, whether it's just rebrand or they really like a person or they pick the soft motherfucker that they can rebrand and latch onto like the succubus that they are. Succubi, plural, succubi. Okay? If she's a succubus, she needs another host. So they got to rebrand. That's like the biggest hoes. Final form is a woman of the church. And that's what gives some fuel to the extreme red pill dudes. It's like, I'm not with that. Okay? This isn't about Klay Thompson, y'all. This is about him as the example. And this is the culture. There's a culture here. There's a culture where men are supposed to constantly censor their words. And I think you should do some self-censoring as it relates to, or better communication, where you can communicate your actual feelings and you can also articulate what your context and your intent behind that shit is too. Okay? But censoring the words after you say them, after somebody takes you out of context, fuck you. You're gonna say a thing, they're gonna ignore the context, or if you're solutionary, your well-articulated position. You know how many times I'll say something or tweet something or post something? I just posted a video saying the anti-Jew thing is a grift. It's on the YouTube channel, it's on X, it's up there. Under it, I said, watch the video in full before commenting. Even before we got a minute out of the video, I said, well, Maj, are you saying that the Israeli government didn't whoop-de-whoop? And I said, no, that's not what I'm saying, you fucking mopes. If you listen to what I'm saying, I'm extending. My point in saying this is, I know that I can articulate my position very, very well. If you take it out of context, fuck you. That don't got nothing to do with me. So you'll say a thing, they ignore the context, they nitpick a few words, they swirl it around in their brain with whatever childhood trauma they got, whatever fears, whatever defense mechanisms and triggers they got, then they try to flip it on you. That's not what the fuck I said, meant, or implied, though. Here's the actual tape of what I said, meant, and fucking implied. And then they want you to actually fucking apologize. Don't fucking do it. And I'm not talking about you just being a shitty person. Rory right now, from the Rory and Mal, since we just talking about Joe Budden and Melissa Ford, Rory got some tweets coming out that they dug up because he had a disagreement about Kendrick Lamar and Drake and that Stan ass shit, right? But they drug these tweets up and they like, he being disrespectful to black women. If you was being a dickhead 10, 15 years ago, that's a different thing. But if I've communicated effectively, I'm not just trying to be a racist, because some of y'all say, I'm not apologizing, because you're racist, and you bigoted, and you just want to be that. And I'm not like triggered by it. It's just, that's what you are. Use that for when you're actually speaking a truth that improves the world. Some of y'all want to just be like, I should be able to say nigger. And you can. But don't expect us to be like, well, he's just expressing his truth. You are expressing your truth. The truth is you just a bigoted, goofy motherfucker. That's all. So I'm not talking about, I get to just be an asshole as men, as solutionaries. We are still solid beings. I don't want to walk around. I'm not going to walk around because I get racist shit on the internet. I get to be racist to white people. That's like people on the right saying, well, the left has called us Nazis for however long. We might as well be it. That's fucking stupid. That's collectivist. You stupid motherfucker. Imagine if when you stop dating girls, one of the fastest things that they say to you is, you gay. You gay. I know you gay. Because they say you gay. Or they say you got a small dick. Or they say you broke. Like that's the trifecta. That's the triangle, right? You broke, you gay, you got a small dick. Imagine if every time I stopped fucking with a girl and she said, you got a small dick, or you gay. And then every time I heard that, 5 times I broke up with somebody and they was like, you gay. And I'm like, well, shit, since you calling me gay, I might as well be gay. No, motherfucker, you just gay because you want to stop. So don't be an asshole and then be like, well, this is just my truth. Yeah, you're just an asshole. You don't got to apologize for everything, but you should be working to be a more solid person. I'm not name calling white people just because fucking Dr. Umar said so. What the fuck is that about? Every white person? Get the fuck out of my face. But at the same time, if you're these people that can't handle critique, you're not going to be able to grow. So you should be able to express the truth. When I say, I'm quite certain that based on the information that I know, that Megan Thee Stallion is a whore. Based on the definition of the word, based on data, based on what came out in this fucking trial, Megan Thee Stallion is a whore. I'm not apologizing for that because I can communicate what I mean by that. I also think, I just said, Drea said back in the day, your wholeness could be deleted. That's maybe what this rebrand is. I'm not mad at it. And somebody trying to critique me about that well thought out sentence or paragraph, okay, maybe they could say where I could have said it better. If you can't be critiqued, you can't grow. Here's the question you should ask yourself, man. Am I being sharpened by legitimate criticism? Or am I being softened by comfort? In this instance, if the relationship is real, it looks to me like Klay Thompson is being softened by comfort. And if you're not ready for that, Klay Thompson is a multi-millionaire 10 times over. He's chased what he's chased his whole life. And he's gotten the thing 3 times, 3 NBA championships. So if he's getting comfortable and soft because he's at the tail end of his career, he's already hit his pinnacles, his stride. He's done it. Now he might be off to find new different things. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you ain't found your shit and you still, I don't have $10 million in cash. I'm chasing. You know how many fucking hoodies I got to sell? Speaking of which, guys, in the war on masculinity, blackgunsmatter.shop, okay? Grab the hoodie, $55. Every sale over $100, free shipping. If you're not chasing your passion, your purpose, if you don't have a disciplined regimen, these are the things that keep men chiseled, sharp, on point, focused. If you don't have that blueprint and you didn't accomplish the things financially, spiritually, familial, you are definitely being softened by comfort, and you don't have a reason to be. You've accomplished fucking nothing yet. Our work is in the Bruin decision. But you know what I go? I go, you ain't overturned the fucking National Firearms Act. You ain't even hit your goal of $1 million yet. You still got 325 more donors at the $100 level to do that, Maj. Yeah, you gave away $930 some odd thousand, almost $1 million at this point. But that goal from that bucket, you didn't do it. So yeah, that's great that your work is cited in the Bruin decision. You didn't overturn the NFA. You didn't overturn the Gun Control Act. You got to stop being comfortable. I wake up at 3:30 in the fucking morning. I do at least 2,000 reps of a full body workout for the last month. I got to get 5, then get $10 million. I got to do more for our community. I want to be sharpened by criticism, legitimate criticism, not haters. We got to get back to having real conversations, man. And it's okay to exclude women from that shit. It's okay. Don't show up at the fucking girls' night talking about what y'all talking about. That's day space. Leave something for the women. And the women leave something for the fucking men. But the men, you're supposed to lead on that. I'm strong as fuck. I deal with, y'all don't understand how much fucking pain I just deal with. And y'all will never know. I put that shit in the fucking work and service. That's what's going to improve us. I want y'all men to step the fuck up. And if we're talking about just fucking conversations, you get to have a conversation, basketball environment. If our passion is basketball and we got a podcast about basketball and we say we critiquing somebody's game and we go, well, he is in that new relationship. Look like them yams got him slowing up a little bit. And if another man show up and try to take me out of context, bro, first of all, we wasn't even fucking talking to you. We talking about your motherfucking game. But don't lead in acting like we attacking women and men get to say that. Don't bring nothing about the fuck, man. You can have this conversation with men amongst men, and there's nothing wrong with that. Confidence, composure, context, competence, masculine traits worth protecting. That's why we made the Solutionary 9. I'm going to always tie y'all back into the thing that's going to fucking build us. Yes, at every fucking show, yeah, we started talking about the whore and him potentially being gay and possibilities and branding and marketing and rebrands. That's cool. All of that shit got to go to you. There is an attack on you, man. If you a dad, when was the last time you seen a TV show where the dad was on point, firm but funny, and led his fucking household? No, you don't. You see motherfuckers is, I gotta do what my wife tell me. Goofballs. Peter fucking Griffin shit. That is a psyop. That is a literal psychological operation via the media. Most effective devil in America to make you act like, what? I'm masculine, and I lift weights, I shoot, I study. I'm tender and supportive to good women. I help everybody. These are traits of masculinity. We get into this shit by being in a community of people that's going to highlight that. Because some of y'all men know what I'm saying and you know it's right, but you might feel like you're standing alone. You might feel like it's a fucking solo fight. It's not a solo fight, brothers, and you're not wrong. You're right. But you're up against a psychological operation that's trying to emasculate you, make you subservient. Because if you controlling and the king over your whole fucking dominion, then your women can't rely on the state. If you in shape and you on that journey and you got a significant other, your lady, she should go with you. What you mean you gonna hire the nigga that's already in motherfucking shape? Oh yeah? Oh, he gonna spot her too when she in a deep squat? You good with that? Do you want my shoulders? Do you want me? Strong, handsome, intelligent, articulate, kind of hood, kind of a dork, kind of a geek, kind of a nerd. With these shoulders, you want that person to be behind your chick as she squats and arches her high arch. You a ass man, you picked her. You want me behind her? Talking about Bastiat and protein? Do you want that? Do you want these shoulders and this tan when I get my hair done? Because I'm, wolfing right now by design. Do you want me and my shoulders coconut oiled and glistening, sweating, grunting behind your woman, helping her through the strongest or the roughest times of her day, and being supportive, and then talking about protein to her? Is that what you really want? I don't want that for you. I want you to be in the Solutionary University and get your team, you get on point, study, shoulders, shooting, transformative information that you can lead your fucking household with. That's what we want. We want force multipliers. I don't want followers. I want more solutionaries. Shit hit the fan, we work together. That's why we got a private community, a network. Y'all have no idea. If I fuck with you, y'all have no idea. I'll just shoot somebody a DM and give them an idea. Yo, you should do this. Yo, what about this? Try this. This might help. That's what we're supposed to do. Mindset, self-reliance, self-defense, strength training. The antidote to the cultural soft bullshit. I don't want you to be Klay Thompson. You said bad things about my girlfriend. Man, fuck that. Fuck that. I want you to be stoic like Michael B. Jordan. You don't hear none of that stupid shit coming from him. I want you to be solid like Maj Toure. I want you to be a fucking solutionary like your greatest purpose is supposed to be. Anyway, guys, solutionaryuniversity.org. Sign up for Solutionary 9. I want you to have shoulders and be shooting better too. I want you to not be a casualty in the war on masculinity. I want you to your people to be super proud and go, that's my man. That's my homie. That's my boy right there. That's what we want. You can do that two ways. Go over to solutionaryuniversity.org. Sign up for the Solutionary 9. You want a direct link? Shoot me a DM. I'm with y'all right after this segment. Or be a donor at givesendgo.com/solutionary. Scrolling at the bottom. If you're watching on X, it's my pinned post. Every donor over $100 gets a lifetime access to all of that transformative information. This is about purpose. This is about power. This is about masculine energy for men, defending the feminine while lifting the feminine up. And that's the transformative information we got for you. And we want everybody to be a member over at solutionaryuniversity.org. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, same time, same channel, youtube.com/Maj Toure. Please, guys, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, share all over the place, depending on what platform you're watching on, and pitch into the work. givesendgo.com/solutionary. I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Be safe, be solutionary.